Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jordan Love in Atlanta, week 2. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only are you supporting the channel by becoming a member, but you also get even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the channel, you love the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Jordan Love, the Packers, tough L. Love the aggressiveness right out the gate, though. We're going flea flicker. Give us a shot, penalty, big chunk play. This is a pretty nice throw. Nothing easy about this throw. Getting it right back to you, and you have to chuck this thing. Really nice job again. I think the play calling is going to be one of those things. This is not called play caller school, but it's going to be part of this video, which is how LaFleur has created so many big opportunities. So just watch the safety down here to the bottom. He's going to come down and engage. We're going to look like we're blocking at the wide receiver. And then we're going to go. The only thing that I personally would add here, and again, obviously LaFleur knows what the hell he's doing, doesn't give a shit what I say, but I love this where you come in here, pretend like you're going to stop block and go. I just like the other option to come in here and do the same thing. I don't necessarily love that. I prefer it to just be more across the field. So you have a little bit more of, if this post for whatever reason isn't there, you've got a winner versus making a throw deep outside the numbers is just a little bit harder. Maybe it's easier for Jordan Love. You can see how it would play out if it was post, over versus post, corner. Regardless, he gaps him. I think it's a really nice throw. A panic penalty, and the aggressiveness really paid off for the Packers early in this game. Again, ball handling, flea flicker, catch it, set your feet. He was able to get the laces as well. And then you got to let that thing rip, or else you're going to get out of range. And again, that's a really nice throw. You can see 13, see the line that he's running down right outside the hash? Watch where that ball gets dropped down. It's right down the line. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. Full on tackles him there. Let's go. Everybody up here. 1st and 10. Next one here, 3rd and 11. We got all sorts of pass pro issues. So for me, this is very scheme-centric. Now, is there a chance that this is on the running back? Sure. Is there a chance that this is on Jordan Love? Yes. Someone has to have an answer here. So it's either the play caller not giving the answer or the answer not being available. But at the end of the day, okay, so this pass protection, technically, in my opinion, is 7 people. We've got 5 at the offensive line. We've got a tight end, and we've got a back. Okay, now, normally when you're up like this, specifically on 3rd and long, you're going to get chip checkdowns. So chip release checkdowns. But if you get anything exotic, so anything that is essentially the opportunity for be more than 5, so 5+, and then just do the quick math. You know, we've got 4 here, we've got 2 up here. All 6 of those for me are potential rushers. So this to me is not sound if we're only going to 5. So if this isn't, these guys have responsibility more than chips, we're in trouble or we need to throw hot. Okay, so let's first play it off like these guys don't have pass pro responsibilities, which I don't think that is the case. But if he blitzes and he's free because the offensive line is going to the right here, well, we need to have an answer. We have to have a hot answer here. We have to have a hot answer showing up to that area. In my opinion, what normally happens and how I prefer to do this check down and how I feel like this protection was done in the past is this was a 7-person protection. You put the sniffer in the backfield, you put the back offset, and then if you felt like it wasn't an exotic look, so if it was just a classic like 4 down look, then you walk these guys up and got chips. Because the back, there's no way the back can block, if this is his responsibility, to block this guy. It just can't happen. So somewhere there's some sort of hole or blind spot in what they're doing here, pass pro wise, 3rd and 11. Because you can't have a runner through the B gap. I talk about it a lot in a really good course that I know, but you can never have a free runner through the A or the B gap. And right there, a free runner in the B gap is a disaster. And again, just look, there's no hot route. right? None of these receivers are looking. So I'm guessing it's scheme centric. It might be on the back. Maybe the back has to track him and move. I don't know. This is not running back school. I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm just pointing out the fact that this should be blocked up. We can't have the running back chipping the end and the left tackle blocking the end and no one blocking the runner in the B gap. Bummer. And again, tough on Jordan Love. Punt. Next one here, nice little play action drift post up top. This is a nice catch. Again, really nice scheme. Big old hole in the middle of the field. I think this is a pretty common play in the league. The Packers have been using it really nice for Jordan Love. I think he's got a great rhythm to it. Certainly looks a lot like what 12 used to look like on this type of play. Just watch the rhythm that he plays with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. See how it hits that back foot and he's almost like galloping into it. Like there's a rhythm to the game. And again, who knows what they're doing with the safety play up top there, a little freelance style. That's way too much space over the ball. It's a hell of a catch. Again, for me, drift post is just some iteration of giving a little bit more freedom. So you'll see guys occasionally do what I consider like choppy. So up and then like da-da-da-da-da, and then like into a zone versus like a traditional post or glance that's a little bit more like this, or like a wrap in that's a little bit more speedy. To me, a drift post just gives a little bit more kind of flexibility about what angle you're going to come in there based on what the shell or the spacing is of the defense. It's just a great call. Look at all the space over the ball. I mean, beautiful job. Got the Mike linebacker running out of there, running with the vertical on the other side, and that's way too much space. Just a beautiful job by Jordan Love. Turn your back, all your cleats in the ground. Whoop. Again, I think the wide receiver makes it look like it's a harder catch than it is. That's right at his forehead. We're jumping. Whoop. Got the jump man going. Nice chunk. Let's go. Another beautiful LaFleur call here. 3rd and 1. We're going to pop wide open to the bottom with the number 3. This looks like 13 personnel. Again, anytime you get anybody this open in the league, it's something special play calling. 3rd and 1 to pop somebody this wide open. Just a really great job of being in game, rhythm. Nice job getting them on the edge. This design in and of itself, one of my favorite formations, bunch with the back strong. Right here, we're going to get into the flat. Just that simple. It's going to be paired with what I'm used to calling like sealing the edge here. And then we're going to get like, it almost looks like they're trying to like get a leak here. Like, I'm not sure when you would ever come back there, especially if the quarterback is rolling away like this. That's a hell of a throw. Paired with an over, so you could see if the flat wasn't there, you'd get here. But this is 3rd and 1. This is dialing it up. 3rd and 1, tough formation. Get out on the edge. Let's go. Nice, easy chunk, great completion. Just super quarterback friendly. I mean, these are throws that are in rhythm with wide-ass open guys for easy first downs. Big chunk, let's go. 3rd and 10 here. This is a really nice scramble from Jordan Love. Again, nothing necessarily there. Got multiple runaways. Get out and go. Get the edge and then accelerate upfield. Thought he might score there. Hit him with the cutback. I like it. There's just a lot to like here as far as Jordan Love bringing this element to the game. Use your legs. It's not necessarily like a panic. Like the thing that I love is that there's a lot of trust in your drop when you have 53 running free right there in the B gap on our right. The back's got to get him. The back blunts him. We move over, but we're still looking to go. We're not looking to like bail. We're looking to throw, and then we see that thing part, and then we're out. We make 93 miss and just accelerate down the sideline. And then the cutback, we're getting crazy. He almost gets him too. Nice run. Again, that's a big chunk. So to be able to get that with a quarterback's feet, especially a guy who hasn't played a whole lot, any way that you can get these big 3rd downs, 3rd and long, turn into a 1st down, turn into a big chunk, and get your feet going, threat the defense, just adds another layer to what they can do offensively. So when things break down, it's not just go create behind the line of scrimmage and chuck it. It's get downhill, make somebody miss, go get it yourself. The only thing, I'm all for this cutback every once in a while. It's just about being smart. That's how, I always think, man, and I know people get hurty feelings about this, but you got to protect yourself on the boundary. Protect yourself. Touchdown pass here, another LaFleur special. Got to love these touchdown passes. Thank you very much. A little lead stretch or outside zone. It's not even blocked out great on the edge. I think 11 does a really nice job finding the front pylon. Watch 27 give us a little something better there on the edge. But, man, that's great effort. Again, I'm just smiling over here. I love these play calls. He's just helping Jordan Love so much, man. Again, there's a lot of nice blocks. I think the nicest block is the center. Watch how quick he gets into his reach. I mean, that allows the guard to go. Shotgun snap and go. It's a hell of a block. On the edge, not perfect. Fight through the front pylon. Outstanding. Again, just getting these easy touchdown passes. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, ho-hum, it's not really a throw. Well, it is when you forget at the end of the year and you just see the stats. Next one here, another completion for Jordan Love, this time on the check down play action. I personally think this one is a bit of a turn down. And again, you never know for sure because you're not in their quarterback room most likely. But you can see kind of how these things are normally played out, where you've got a deep post and a curl. It's usually deep post, curl, check down, and it sure looks like Jordan Love just goes post to check down. Now, I'm not saying that never happens. It does occasionally happen. And usually it's just because it flashes in your face, and it's really not the end of the world. So I don't want to pretend like it is the end of the world, but I do want to point out that if that is one, so great, that's one. This is a pretty good 2, and the timing of it usually plays out where, hey, if you don't like that post, let's come back here for the curl as number 2, and then when that's not there, then we can get into the check down 3. Right? That just the timing of these things work like that, and it all goes right to left. I can't think of a world where you would play quarterback where you would go 1 here and the read, when you go into the game is 2 there. There's a guy in between there, and the timing of it would be that this would be like 1.5. Okay, so whatever your terminology, you play it out. You tell me if it's a turn down. I'm just looking at the film, trying to make sense of what these concepts most likely are called and read. And it sure looks like that curl would be there at the bottom. So once he gets jammed at the line of scrimmage, you're really not going to get that post up top. So off it. Curl, yes. And again, he still gets a completion. It's still a completion on first down. It's still second and short. It can be okay and all of those things. And we can also say, let's get through the progression. We're calling it for the progression. Next one here, 3rd and 6. Thought this was a really nice throw up top to the slot. Inside fade. Drop it in the bucket. I think it hits him in the hands. I think it would be a touchdown. I think it is pass interference on our guy 24 again. To me, this is an absolutely perfect throw. I mean, that's beautiful. I'm not a referee. I like some referees, but that looks like a pretty easy call. He's grabbing his left arm. Yeah, he eventually lifts his arm up, but he uses it as like a trampoline. Come on, man. That's an easy call. That's my guy too. Should I say this story? I don't know. This guy, my guy back in the day, I'm pretty sure this is him. I'm not going to say it. I used to have a nickname. Not going to do it. I am going to say that was not a great call. That's not a good no call. That's a penalty. Inside fade, up top, beautiful rhythm, throw in the bucket. That's a dot, man. That should be a touchdown. Again, things that I love that just remind me of Green Bay, and I know it's because when I was there, Favre was playing, but the retreat out, the recoil, see him recoil and pedal out. So to me, that always indicates you're using significant torque, rotational force. So throw it and pedal. I love it, man. That's in the bucket. That should be a touchdown. I think Jordan Love knew it too. Tough one not to get that. Fortunate 24, living right there. Great touch. And again, just look at the accuracy. I mean, come on, throw it. All right, next one here, another play action shot. This ends up being a chunk down here to the bottom. I personally think he looks drift post no up top, and then could make his life easier if he just got to 2. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to go from something over the ball to outside the numbers. It's not. But I think if he just flips his hips, left, right, yes, throw it. I mean, it's not the end of the world that he bails and kind of feels that thing open to the right and goes to the right. But for my money, this thing it's one of those things. We've already hit a drift post. So we know that they're working this area of the field. It's not there. This time they've got these second level defenders getting depth. It looks like we've got, well, I'm just going to call like a deep out here. And if I had to guess, it would be 1, 2. And it works out. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but just understanding how to play the play in structure We're going to fake this thing downhill. Get back here. It's not the easiest flip of your hips to go 1 here. No, 2 way out here outside the numbers. So just getting used to being able to do that, because you might not be able to bail out of the pocket and go, make a play like this kind of semi-off platform. You don't have to. So you can see the timing of it. If he was just to go post, no, out, yes, anticipation, throw. It's got all sorts of space. We got him by 5 yards down here to the bottom with whatever they're trying to do on defense. It ends up still being a nice throw. I think if he reads it earlier, there's a chance for an even bigger play, because you catch it inbounds, you allow your guy to make a move. Maybe he makes somebody miss and it turns into a huge chunk, as opposed to, extending and catching it on the sideline. Still a nice play. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, great way to support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content. Link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We've got RPOs, tempos, pass protection, how to beat every single coverage is the best-selling course. And then we have an entire course that is an offensive system available. So if you enjoy how I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. The link is in the video description. Get over there and enroll. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, touchdown pass. We're going to hit the motion guy coming across on what I'm used to calling a dagger. This sure looks like it's trying to be the slow Dolphins. It ends up being a touchdown. Nice play, great strength there to finish that thing. It doesn't quite look like Tyreek Hill with the speed and the burst with the motion. But again, you can see the stress that it puts on a defense. And anytime you have 9-person protection, you're going to take a shot down the field. It's a nice job from Jordan Love, putting it right on him, down the hash. Love it. Big touchdown. So when I'm talking about the Dolphins, this kind of motion where all of a sudden you're hitting them with this crazy fast motion. So whether they do their super short motion or we come across here, it's really hard to run an in route going full speed this way. So you got to turn, and then he takes this thing and goes to the house. That's a lot of running. So to be able to hit this thing with speed, and then it's paired usually with this kind of like clear post. So let that thing clear itself out, and then you just come in right behind it. And again, the throw allows them to be able to have this kind of yak after the play, because without a perfect throw, you're stumbling, you're fumbling, you're on the ground trying to catch it. Precise ball, nice base, rip it right at him, big chunk, touchdown. And there's a lot to like. Big time from Jordan Love. And again, I really love the way that LaFleur is layering all these throws. So play action, running it with all sorts of different runs. Look at that ball. Right down the hash. Right up on his grill. Talk about ball location. Right up on his face. It allows him to then do that. 27, it's going to let him score even a two-hand touch. Nice job. Big time finish. Let's go. Next one here, another big play action shot down the field. We're going to throw up what I'm going to call is a go up top. Little play action. For me, this has got a little bit of chuck and ducky, which probably leaves it significantly short. End up getting a penalty again. There's part of this, and I'm not talking to any specific play caller, but any play caller. Sometimes you just have to take a shot down the field. And not only does it extend the play, but you get these opportunities for big plays, big flags, especially in the league. And so the other part about this is it's a little bit of bad luck for me. And bad luck, not so much that the ball's so underthrown, but I think normally, this is a combination of routes. If you just look at the distribution of the routes, a go and an over are a pretty rare combination. In fact, I would say, unicornish, not in a good way. So this idea being that we're just going to run a go here and then a crosser from what I'm going to guess is 13 or 22 personnel without knowing their personnel. Normally, I would say you would have this paired with a post and an over. You tell me if you disagree. I think that's the normal call. And if they're going to kick themselves here, because if you have a post here, it's an easier throw, right? It's shorter. There's nobody in the middle of the field. There's no safety. So it's just kind of unfortunate more than anything else. This is almost like getting a little cute on the back end You don't need to run a go. Just run a fucking post, man. It's a touchdown, right? And I get it that I have a clicker, but like, I don't know what defense you would want that look to be like, oh, we're just going to blow by him unless that guy, you got some JV cat out there. Regardless, we're able to throw it down the field, take a shot, penalty, good things happen. Now, the other part about this quarterback-wise here, and only Jordan Love knows this, and this is a hard thing to learn, but you have to be able to get through throws. So they're part of staring down the barrel, which is important to show courage, but you can't not be able to finish your throw. So you've got 53 and 17 in your face. You got to be able to finish that throw. If you can't finish that throw, that thing's going to end up like a fair catch punt. And luckily there's no safety back there, so it doesn't matter. But it's a fine line between like, I got to get it off and can I finish that throw? If you can finish it, great. You don't want to get into the world where you're chuck and ducking. So where you're just kind of like, Regardless, big play, another touchdown pass here, another LaFleur special for my money. We'll show the theatrics here, but at the end of the day, the number 1 to the bottom is just wide ass open in the flat. I mean, that is a don't miss a layup. That's way too easy. I mean, they are just getting exposed in the flat and crucial situational football. And we'll show exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at 10. Jordan Love points out the safety. Come on in. You're going to block him. Okay, 83, you got number 3. Block him. Yeah, I'll dig him out. Play action. Wide open, put it right on him, easy. So just watch the theatrics here from Jordan Love. See him point? So right there, he's pointing to the safety. He's pointing to 3 right here. You're going to go in here, and you're going to dig him out for us right there. Yeah, I got you. Come in here, and he's going to block him if we're going to run duo. Okay, you're going to make it look like that. We're going to have the action coming downhill. Everybody's going to do that, except instead of that, we're going to run to the corner here. So that's going to take the corner with us. So that corner's out of there. And we're going to get overreaction right here. So when we go to block, we're then just going to slip out into the flat. And our guy right here is way too aggressive and it's wide open. So to me, again, there's certainly some acting, some theatrics going on that Jordan Love and company do well here. But this is a great play design, an outstanding play call where you are on the field. Whoop. Got him. Again, do not miss layups, make easy plays, look easy. Jordan Love doing it right here. But LaFleur is in his bag. Dialing on plays that help Jordan Love, make Jordan Love get easy throws for nice big plays. Feel good about it. Another touchdown pass. Let's go. Next one here, 1st and 10. Big play action. We're going to go double crossers. Now, I feel like this is becoming more prevalent in the league. Out in between the 20s. I think of this back in the day as more of a red zone play, but with the middle field closed man that we're seeing, teams are trying to get to this. I personally think this is a tough one. I want to say that this is on Justin Fields with the vision. The reality is I've been places where you're allowed to do this, and I've been some places where they say, hey, we're trying to get the ball to one specific guy. So what do I mean here? These double crossers. So one guy over the top, the second guy underneath and around. Okay, so it would make sense that you would want the underneath guy, the guy who's going second here, to be the guy that we're trying to get the ball to, because we think we're going to essentially get this pick over the top, and there's a chance that you kind of get this natural rub and get this runaway to kind of lay this thing out. The reality, though, or anecdotally, the reality for me was always, you don't know who's going to pop. So you've got basically 2 crossers like this. You would love to be able to say, hey, have kind of like soft, wide focus here on this area of the field. And if you see one of them, we understand the intent we want the guy who's under probably to get the ball. But sometimes one of these guys just pops. And if one of them's winning by 5 yards, well, then let's throw that one. Is that what they're asking him to do? I don't know. I can tell you that I've been places where both happen. So sometimes, depending on the comfort level of the quarterback, see it, play it out. But again, I don't think he's in a rush here to make this throw. I don't think it's a bad decision. It's man-to-man. It's good coverage. The guy's in his hip. A perfect throw and it's there. A little bit better touch and it's there. But I also don't think if we were seeing both here, because it kind of happens at the same point, like right there, I mean, it's pretty easy to see, right? Like 87 is running away from him. Again, I'm just saying I've had it done both ways. It's unfortunate that he doesn't get a chance to hit 87 here because this could be a massive play and maybe even a touchdown with a perfect ball. So again, you can just see LaFleur popping cats open. I mean, there's guys running wide ass open all over the place. All right, so now we're in the fourth quarter. We're going to need a touchdown here to take the lead. It sure looks like Jordan Love and company are changing the play here or getting to a play to be able that they think they're going to have a shot to convert this third down here. A lot of moving parts, all to throw what I'm going to call a stop route short of the sticks. Really should be a turnover-worthy play. So, first of all, just the way that this is going down. Who knows if someone's in Jordan Love's ear or if he's checking this. It sure looks like some sort of, meeting going on at the ball. Definitely not just a simple check. And to get all that and then run what I'm going to say is a stop route short of the sticks, this is not good enough. So this is where you get a little bit exposed as far as not being an experienced guy. And maybe Jordan Love's not checking it. Maybe someone's in his ear saying, change the play to this play. I don't know. And again, you should probably know, and if you're a fan of the channel, you're going to hear me say this before, I don't love stationary routes where everybody comes up and stops. I'm not saying it never works. I'm just saying it's not my favorite. Okay, just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean it's not workable. I will say what is not usually workable is if this is, I forget what it is, 3rd and 8. If we're going to run what I'm going to call as a 9 stop or a stop route, you're going to run this go and then bam, come out of it. Bro, you got to get past the sticks. So we got to catch this ball for a first down. We can't be catching the ball back here. And we sure as hell can't be getting jacked at the line of scrimmage and then, essentially should be pick sixed the other way. So if for some reason this happens where you say, hey, I really want to throw it to this guy, this is my number 1 receiver, and he gets jacked, you normally have to come back to this one or back to the check down if he's available. So it's all bad. The check looks like a little bit like mini disaster. We get to this play, it's never going to be a first down up top. Even if you get make the argument that he's grabbing him, I give you that. 24 is not shy about putting his hands on. That's definitely a grab. It hits him. It should also be an interception. But the route depth, more than anything else, kind of just exposes, to me, a lack of understanding about where we are, what we're doing, situational ball-wise here. And again, just this element, and I get it, that's not the normal left tackle, but it looks like we're playing a game at telephone. It's all bad. We can't sort out what the hell we're trying to do, all to get to essentially 5-0, 6-person protection. I mean, it's tough. And the route's never going to give us a chance to win. Incomplete, punt, lucky. Last one here. This is a really brutal 3rd and 10. This is, end of the game. You need a chunk to give yourself an opportunity to win it. 3rd and 10. You're going to have to take a shot potentially. They can't get lined up. We've got a shot down here to the bottom on a tough look with this trail technique on the 7 or the corner or the circus. The ball's not where he wants. I would just add, again, I don't know what the read is for this. It sure looks like he's looking to the right to start and then comes back to the left, which in and of itself is tough. But man, he's going to be really kicking himself up top with just the miscommunication to go from 2x2 to 3x1. Look at the linebacker types. They can't get, they don't know what's going on. 20's on the wrong side. He's running over there. Watch the number 3 run down the middle of the field. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I'm not going to say that this is, again, we don't know what their read is. I'm going to tell you, though, when he's dropping, it sure looks like he's looking this way for my money. If that's the case, this probably middle field read versus split safety is the throw. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy throw because we've got this trail of the backer nickel type underneath it. It's going to be a difficult throw, but you're going to need a chunk. Let's go. This route down here to the bottom, it's not the end of the world either for my money. We're going to come down here and run in, up, and out. Now, it's not going to be easy versus trail technique where he's kind of in your hip and then he's going to let you run. He wants you to throw that corner. It has to be a perfect ball. You got to put it right here. You can't put it on this side. If anything, you kind of put it right down on him and then you can maybe carve it a tick, but man, it's really tough with that kind of outside trail technique. So, I mean, just watch it. First, watch the number 3 up top. Now, that's probably where the ball needs to go. You'd love that number 3 to be a little bit more sudden and kind of take the middle of the field. Again, it's going to have to be a perfect throw, like right on the tail of that falcon. But again, just a tick late, you know, because it looks like he's, for whatever reason, looking up top and comes down here to the corner or the 7. Again, jersey pull down here to the bottom. Pretty easy to see for me. I don't know. Maybe they're not watching the game. Refs. And then the throw just comes out a little high. The other thing I will say about this, and this is just coming from me having kind of PTSD to throwing these types of routes, every team is going to be a little bit different on what the landmark is coming out of these things. So do they have a specific landmark? Are they trying to get to, let's say, 25? So wherever the ball is, are they coming out at an angle 25? Are they coming out to the flag? Are they coming out to the back pylon? Are they coming out to 20? You got to be really on the right page. What I learned over the course of just playing with so many different teams, so many different guys, instead of knowing, hey, thinking that all these cats were super attention to detail, and I don't know who that is or if he is or isn't, is to almost err on the side of shorter and wider on these corner throws to just kind of allow this. Now, it doesn't always happen, especially versus this kind of technique, but I never liked leaving foul balls inside or up the field on corners. It's just, it's like where you want to miss, the safe miss, as opposed to putting it in the water. Just lay it up a tick. And again, nothing easy about it. I would say more than anything else for this rep, if they were going to win this game, he was going to have to hit the pipe right here. And he's got a chance. He just doesn't for whatever reason, and then we missed that. So that is a wrap. Jordan Love, week 2, tough L in Atlanta. I thought that there were flashes there of Jordan Love looking like we'd seen him up until this point for the most part. Calm, poised, in rhythm, delivering the ball on time where he needs to. I think he's got a really good play caller who's locked in right now with LaFleur, dialing up plays for him, making things easy for him, keeping him in rhythm, giving him easy throws, easy touchdown passes. Those are all super quarterback-friendly things that I love to see in a play caller. My only thing here with Jordan Love is there was an opportunity late in this game to either convert some third downs or make a big play and give yourself an opportunity to win that thing on the road and really steal it with a bunch of your good players not being available offensively. And he just didn't take advantage of it. It's not the end of the world. It's just that what happens in the fourth quarter. But you look for those types of opportunities. It was a great opportunity for Jordan Love to seize that moment, make a couple big splash plays late in the fourth quarter, and steal that win on the road. It didn't happen. It's not the end of the world. You bank it, you learn from it, you move forward. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.